Good morning, Belton Church. As most of you know, I'm Phil Calahan. I'm one of the board members here at the Belton Nazarene Church. And this morning, I've got a little bit of news to share with you. Before I do a little background, I've worked for 42 years for the same organization. Many parts of that 42 years were full of stress. Many parts were not. All in all, my job has been fun. I've enjoyed my career. But one of the things that my career allowed me to do over the course of the years is take some time off to decompress, to unwind, to get right with my family, to get right with God, and to get my energy drive back up so that I could go ahead and continue to do what I do, which is why I've been able to do it for 42 years. When I'm on leave, vacation, I can stop everything I'm doing related to work. Nobody calls me in the middle of the night and tells me I've got to go off to some distant land someplace. Nobody calls me and says there's been a bad accident. Nobody calls me and says that somebody in my organization has died or has been hospitalized. A pastor doesn't have that luxury. A pastor is basically on duty 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, with or without leap year. You can laugh at that. That was a little humor, because what I'm about to tell you may throw some of you off kilter. The point is that Derek has been the pastor here at our church for right at 7 years. And although we've let him take vacation, that doesn't mean that we have stopped calling him. That has not been able to he's been able to recharge his professional batteries. So we, the church board, in consultation with the district leadership, have offered Derek a sabbatical that starts on the 21st of May. Sabbatical is a biblically inspired concept to let the pastor completely unplug from his home church, get right with the Lord, do some study, do some introspection, and just relax. None of us will call him, none of us will text him, none of us will email him, and clearly none of us will send him carrier pigeons because they're extinct. But again, because it's biblically inspired, let me share with you something from Luke chapter 5, verses 15 through 16, which says, "But the news about him spread even more, and large crowds would come together to hear him and to be healed for their sicknesses. Yet he often withdrew to deserted places and prayed." You probably also remember the 40 days and 40 nights he spent out in the wilderness. That was a sabbatical of sorts. I don't think that Derek will be dealing with Satan directly, but he will be out in the wilderness doing what Christ was doing, praying, communing with God, and being unplugged from the rest of the world. So a sabbatical, don't misunderstand, this is not a vacation. This is almost therapeutic hospitalization or therapy in a professional way. But it allows him to follow Christ when Christ will withdraw and go off to be by himself. That's important for us as a church to have Derek be the best Derek he can possibly be. It's also important for Christy and Emily and Hayden and their little dog too. And if you have any questions about this that you want to go into detail, find any of the board members and we'll be happy to explain it to you. We hope that you take this message in the way that it was intended as a sign of encouragement for Derek and for the growth and well-being of our church. And with that, I'm going to sign off. But again, if you have any questions, by all means, come see us. Thanks, and God bless you all.